Okay, so I've been making videos about Netflix for about 5 years now. That's a long ass time. And in the course of those 5 years, what I've noticed is that a lot of people usually complain about how to watch American Netflix from anywhere, or how to fix Netflix proxy error, or how to watch Netflix on TV, and dozens of other topics. You know, little stuff that is annoying for them when using Netflix, like the content suddenly disappears out of nowhere, or the trailers start autoplaying automatically, which can be a little bit annoying, or the content that you're searching for doesn't appear even though it says that it's available online in that particular country. So that's what we're here for. This is your boy Vamsy from Proxy, and we'll solve most of those annoying issues that most people face while using Netflix. Before we begin though, I've done a dedicated video on most of these problems, so if you're keen to watch that, it'll pop up in the YouTube card, so click on that. So without any further ado, let's begin, shall we? So one of the most annoying features about Netflix is that it starts automatically playing content if you hover your mouse over a particular piece of title. But luckily, you can actually, disable that once and for all. So go to Manager Profiles and click on the profile that you want to edit, and then uncheck Autoplay previews whilst browsing on all devices. And then finally, click Save. So when you're about to finish watching an episode, it automatically gives you a heads up saying that it'll start playing the next episode in the next couple of seconds. But that could lead to you just binge watching and wasting a lot of time, even if that's not what you intend to do. Thankfully, you can disable this per profile. So if you want to do that, go to Manage Profiles and then click on the profile that you want to edit, and then uncheck Autoplay next episode in all series on all devices, and then click Save. So a lot of the time when you start watching something new or someone that recommended to you, but then as soon as, say, you're 10 minutes into the show, or you watch just an episode, but then after that you realize that it's not for you, but it still hangs around in your continue watching list, even though you're not really want to watch that. But they've made it cleaner on the browser, but it's a little bit tougher on the mobile and other smartphones. So if you want to get rid of that, go to Account, Expand Profile, and then Viewing Activity, and this page will show you everything that you've watched, which will be listed from the newest to the oldest. So click on the no symbol, which is hide from viewing history, next to any title. It'll remove it. Although, do keep in mind, for any TV shows, clicking on the no symbol next to an episode will remove that single episode. So if you want to remove every episode of that series, then a prompt will appear saying that hide series, and then click on that if you want to hide the series altogether. So if your friends or family start using the same account that you have, and it messes up all of your recommendation because they're watching the same account, then you can actually reset everything to, the base settings, and then start over from scratch. So simply go to Manage Profiles page, profile icon, and then Manage Profiles, and then click on the profile that you want to reset, and then click Delete Profile to confirm. This will get rid of your Netflix profile's entire history, including your My List saves, your recent watch lists, and your ratings as well. You can then create a new profile and then start from scratch. So you might have seen that some titles disappear from Netflix after a month or two, but it was there just a couple of weeks ago. That's because most Netflix titles, except for the originals, they stay there, but after those, they are actually contract based. So they are third-party titles that Netflix just buys them for a certain period of time, and then when they lose that, it disappears from the Netflix. Like, say, Dark Knight was there a couple of weeks ago, but it's not available on Netflix as of now. So a simple solution to this problem is to use a VPN. So chances are Netflix still has rights for these movies and TV shows in some other country. So all you have to do is use a VPN to switch to that country and then watch it from there. Well, hold on right there. Well, how would you figure out if which country has, say, Dark Knight, for example? Well, all you have to do is go to unox.com, which is an official database for all Netflix catalogs, and then search for The Dark Knight, and it'll show you the country it's in. Let's try Greece. So use Proxy's VPN. Now go back to Google search, click on the search result, and there's Dark Knight on Netflix in Greece. So there you go. This works. So if you're watching Netflix and for some odd reason the playback stops out of nowhere, it's probably because of your internet connection or ISP. So the best way you can check the speed of your connection is to use fast.com, which is Netflix's own speed test. If the speed is found and you're still getting the error, then there's another reason that could be you are using a VPN or a proxy. Then you get an error like this. Something went wrong, disable your proxy or VPN. And finally, you might get an error saying that your Netflix account is used in another device. So please stop playing on other devices to continue. This usually happens when you share your Netflix password with too many of your friends and family and they're all watching Netflix at the same time. There are two ways to fix that though. Either change your Netflix password, which is a sly way of doing it, but it'll automatically log out every user. So I've also done a dedicated video on this particular issue, so if you want to really watch that, click on the YouTube cards or link in the description below. Or a simpler option would be to upgrade your account to more users and better screens like 4K or something like that. That way you wouldn't have that problem. So say if you're using your smartphone and you have limited internet connection, you can actually set your Netflix app to only use data when it's on Wi-Fi. That way you're only using data from the Wi-Fi and lower quality when it's on data. That way you're saving data on your mobile phone. So in the Netflix app, go to Profile, App Settings, and then Cellular Data Usage. Now here you can choose Wi-Fi only to never use cellular data or save data to reduce the quality of the stream or the amount of data being used. This only affects your Netflix mobile app and not anywhere else when you stream Netflix. Anyway, that's it from me now. I'm Vamsi again from SmartDNS Proxy. And if you're new here, click on that subscribe button. That way you get notified every time we put out a new video and then it's in your inbox so you can watch it for a couple of minutes. Adios.